Welcome back to the channel. I appreciate you guys for rocking with me. It's your guy L Train. Let's get right into it, man. Why select men get the last laugh? The reason why we get the last laugh is because we learn from rejection and setbacks. Select men use rejection and setbacks as fuel. Like right now, there's a bunch of dudes in the gym. There's a bunch of dudes working overtime shift because they got rejected. They had a setback. They lost a job. They lost some money. They had a breakup, and now they're killing it in another area that's gonna help level up their life. So they're back in the gym because, man, shorty broke up with me. She cheated on me. Now I gotta lock in. Or, man, a couple years ago I had this terrible car, broke down. I had to walk, had to take the bus. Now you're working overtime. You're paying off some credit. You got a better credit score. Now you're pushing something a little bit nicer. Like, we use the rejection and setbacks as fuel to keep getting better. It's like you got a chip on your shoulder. You're not taking the setbacks and falling down and staying down. You're taking the setbacks and you're getting back up, getting right back in the game. All right, so this is why select men get the last laugh. Next up, select men got to move with strategy. Timing is everything. Too many of you guys are trying to skip the steps, trying to skip the process. Select men have a goal, have a vision. They write it down, write down your goals, write down your strategy, and just take it one step at a time, and you'll end up getting there. I like to use an example of a doctor. When I was younger, there's a guy who used to live in my hometown. He moved away when we were like in high school, but I kind of grew up with him for a little bit. And he came from like a family of like surgeons. And he went on to become a surgeon. And it took him, I think, like 13 years. He had to do like 4 years of college, 3 years of grad school. Then he went to medical school for a bunch of years. Then he had to do a residency for a bunch of years. So I remember by the time he became like official doctor, he was like 32, 31. So you go to college most times like when you're 17, 18. So think about this, like 13, 12, 13, 14 years later, you're now like in your profession. Now, for most people, that's kind of an extreme amount because most people don't become doctors. Even though become a lawyer, I think it only takes you a couple years. It doesn't take you that long. But he's a surgeon as well. So you got to apply that to what you got going on. It may take you 5 years, 10 years for you to really get to the money that you're trying to make, to really get to the career that you want to have. You got to climb the corporate ladder, or you're building a business. You're building a side hustle, or you're trying to scale it up, or you got a business and you're starting to scale it up. It might take 5 years, 8 years, 10 years for you to get to that money, to get to that bag, to get to that level of success. So don't skip the process. Too many guys, looking for the shortcuts. They want to get jacked in 90 days. They want to get rich in 90 days. Like, bro, it's going to take time. All right. You got to be with the journey. You got to be with the process. All right. Next thing, a lot of select men remain consistent and focused. Consistent and focused, right? So let's use an example of my situation. Last year, it was like a little bit after Thanksgiving, man. I got on the scale. I didn't like what I saw. I was like, man, I got to lose some weight. I got to get in better shape. I told myself I was going to go for a walk every day. If it was a 20-minute walk, 30-minute walk, whatever. So I decided, I have a full-time job, I have a part-time job. My full-time job is about a 15-minute walk from my house. I walked every day since that day. Since last November. It's September right now, so almost a whole year. I have never missed a day. I walked in the rain. I walked in the snow. I walked through a snowstorm. I walked when it was windy, when it was 99 degrees. I went to work. I walked to work. I never missed a day. And even now, there's a couple of grocery stores and convenience stores that I live near to, and I walk there too. Instead of I'll just drive and drive back. Nope, I walk there, carry my stuff, walk back, and get some extra steps in. I did this to remain consistent, and then you can use that consistency in other areas of your life: reading books, writing a book, making music, creating music. Maybe it's a business or a job. You're trying to climb the corporate ladder. Hey, man, are you consistently showing up to all your appointments? Are you consistently putting in the work? Are you consistently going up to the meetings? Are you consistently asking important questions? Like, just remain consistent and focused. That's going to separate you from the next guy, right? They see that you are reliable. That's how select men get the last laugh. We're reliable. We're consistent. We're disciplined. We're focused. All right. Next thing up, why select men get the last laugh is we get to grind in the shadows. You got to grind in the shadows before you can shine in the light. And I like to use the Steph Curry example. He's not the greatest shooter of all time because of his dad playing the league, or defenses aren't what they used to be like in the 90s when they was like, you drive in the lane, they elbow you, you got fucked up. No, it's because he shot millions of jump shots. He shot millions of free throws, threes, step backs, crossovers, coming over, pick and rolls so many times that it became like second nature. It's like him breathing, because he did so much work behind the scenes. Him and an assistant coach, or him and a teammate, or him and his other brother that he grew up with, shooting millions of jump shots every day in the gym, in the lab. You got to grind in the shadows before you can shine on the light. A lot of you guys just want to become successful and just do it every other day or once or twice a week. Nah, you're not going to do it. It's not going to happen. It's like same thing with like Kobe Bryant. He was working out 2-3 times a day every day, and his mentality was, if I do it 3 times a day, you do it 1 time a day, I'm gonna be 3 times better than you. It's the same thing, man. So you guys gotta understand, like, if you want to be a select man, you gotta have to do more volume, and you have to do it consistently. All right. Next thing, most of you guys are chasing too much validation. When you're a select man, you don't gotta chase it. You don't gotta chase broads. You don't gotta chase chicks online and sliding in DMs to say a bunch of goofy shit. When you're on your purpose, when you're leveling up, when you're getting in better shape and you're making more money, the people will notice. People will notice. Your friends will notice. Your family will notice. Your competition will notice. The ladies will notice. The world will notice that you are on your shit and you are on your purpose. So you don't have to chase these things. You don't got to go buy a bunch of designer. You don't have to go buy a bunch of fake jewelry to shine. Sometimes, bro, your grind does it shining for you. You know, your mentality doesn't shine for you. When you're not doing goofy shit and you're not going to goofy spots and hanging out with the wrong people in the wrong places, you put yourself in a better situation to become more successful. So you can do that by staying low key, which is my previous video of why a lot of you guys should really stay low key. Because there's so much attention right now. A lot of people who chase the attention end up getting the attention, and then they don't know how to handle it, and then they crash out and do something stupid. So if you stay low key, you can just sit back and watch. Oh, he doing some dumb shit. She doing some dumb shit. I ain't doing that. And you could sit back like, this guy looks like a genius. Nah, I just didn't do the dumb shit. All right. That's the same thing you could do too. All right. Last thing. Why select men get the last laugh is because success is the ultimate response. I've had people do me dirty in the past. I've had chicks curve me in the past. And 5 years later, 10 years later, 12 years later, like, yeah, now I'm even in my league. I have read more books. I put in more work. I made more money. I've helped more people. I've networked with cool dudes. I networked with cool women, good people. I have 2 jobs that both help the community. Like, yo, my success is the ultimate response. I don't have to go on Facebook and Instagram and throw it in their face. I don't got to do that. I can just show up as me and just keep grinding, keep getting better, and showing a great example of a man that I try to become successful, smart, intelligent, and just believing in myself. Like, that's how you get the last laugh. You believe in yourself and you put in the work, and then you execute, and then bam, you got it, you made it. And then people are going to try to get on the wave. And then next thing you know, your cousin or your brother, they're going to try to get on the same wave. Next thing you know, you got a tribe of people who are heading in a similar direction towards being successful, towards being great, towards being phenomenal. So I want you guys to understand, man, to select men will get the last laugh. It just takes time. If you're in your 20s, in your 30s, don't be tripping because you don't have the money, you don't have the followers, you don't have the clout. It's a process, bro. It's a process. If you stay locked in for a year or 2, really locked in, really focused for a year or 2, it can change your life. So that's what you guys got to do, man. Get the last laugh at the end. They might be hating on you now, and they might be fronting on you today, but 2 years, 3 years from now, it'll be a whole different story. All right. Thank you for rocking with me, man. Subscribe to the Vibe. If you like this message, man, leave a comment. It's always appreciated on the channel. This is a message for today. Stay creative, stay dangerous. Peace. I'm up out of here.